What's happening, sports fans? And welcome to the finals. It's supposed to be like a big explosion or something right there. Apparently, I am the one in charge of also the graphics here. So no big explosion necessarily, but Christian Pedersen, Colton Toll, Tommy Morris, Bodie De Silva joining us on behalf of Scorebook Live, the official digital content provider of the entire, feels like of the entire dang high school universe now. Bodie, does that mean that you're a big deal now that you work for like the company? I mean, you've always been a big deal in number one in our hearts, but are you like a legitimate superstar? Are you a big time mover and shaker now in the high school world?
We're not there yet.
No, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about you, Bodie, because you are the star of Southern California for the biggest name in high school sports, and we appreciate that. Congratulations to the team that won the Open Division championships. Congratulations to the team that won the Division 6 championships. Goodbye, Tommy. We will see you in a few minutes. I'm assuming he's going to go, as Rex Ryan would say, have a snack. We've got 5 more titles, though, for football in San Diego High School, or for San Diego High School football this week. 3 of the games on Friday, 2 of them at Escondido, 1 of them at Grossmont, 2 of the games on Saturday. So, guys, what do you say we take one last stab at predictions, analysis, and a chance to piss off some teams and players? Give out a little bit more bulletin board material before we say adios to the high school football season. Let's start with the Division 5 championships. The 1 versus the 2. The whole bracket is chalk. Palo Verde Valley, they beat Fallbrook 29-28 in a thriller to advance to the finals. And Mission Bay, they got that whoop ass on against Calexico, 41-7. Them boys are into the finals. So, guys, we got a 1 and a 2 seed. This is what we wanted. This is what we want in every bracket, allegedly, other than a 14 seed or something like that moving in. So, I'm curious. Is there much difference between the 1 and the 2, or is this going to be a coin toss of a game? Bodie De Silva from Scorebook Live. Let's start with you.
Yeah, I think that Mission Bay has to be the favorite here, and shout out to Coach Tate at Mission Bay at the coaches luncheon yesterday. Called me out for picking Fallbrook in the whole bracket. So I did tell him now that they're out, I get to change that. So I will go with Mission Bay here in the final and getting it done over Palo Verde. Credit to Palo Verde though. Last week I didn't think that they'd be able to play with Fallbrook the way they did, and not just play with them, but come out with a win there. But Mission Bay, and we know how good Clash has been these last several years. And I just think it's his time and their time to cap it off with a victory here.
We will close off every game with Tommy Morris, so he has time to come up with his overs, unders, or lines. Colton, I'm curious, for you, do you like what you saw in terms of Mission Bay's offense and being able to put up 40 plus in the semifinals? Or are you going with Palo Verde because they've now been tested in a close game and have that grit, if you will, in the playoffs?
Both these teams are coming off completely different games. It's funny, it's against Calexico. Obviously, Palo Verde actually played Calexico earlier in the year, only won by a single score. So that's obviously a common opponent between the two. I'd probably go with Clash and Mission Bay. They look unbeatable this year in this game.
No, probably. That's too tepid for us. We're in the finals now.
Clash gets his ring.
Clash
Mission Bay gets their ring.
Tommy Morris, I'm curious, what you're snacking on, because it looks like you always got something tasty. Oh, nice little homemade salad.
Yeah, boring today.
Well, you've become
didn't have time today.
You become such an adult, a homeowner, take care of his car, making salads, going to championship games. You're just up to big things in life now, man. So what do we got here? Palo Verde versus Mission Bay.
Now, if this is correct, and I'm assuming it is, if this stat line I'm reading is correct, Palo Verde ran the ball 62 times against Fallbrook. I'm going to say it again. 62 rushes. They ran the ball 62 times. I don't know how you have time to do that. 393 yards on the ground. They had 3 running backs go for over 100 yards in Macon Gonzalez and Bejarano. 3 touchdowns for Marcus Macon. I kind of said this before. If you're going to beat a high-powered offense like Mission Bay's, you have to run the ball and waste a lot of clock and limit possessions. And Palo Verde can do that. I thought Fallbrook was a better version of Palo Verde. I am wrong, apparently, because they lost last week. I like Palo Verde in this game. I know it sounds crazy, but if they can run all over the field, and they almost ran 400 yards against Fallbrook, if they can do that again, this is going to be a win for Palo Verde, and the D5 championship is going to go to the desert.
We're going to put it on the poll at SD Prep Insider on Twitter, on Instagram. Is 62 rush attempts in one game a little excessive?
A lot.
It feels like a lot. I don't know if it's a lot, and I think probably statistically it's a little
It's
on
more
the
than
heavier
61.
side. It's more than 61. It's not as
Can't argue
many as
that.
63.
That checks out.
Yeah.
We'll put that on the poll too. Is 62 rush attempts a tad bit more than 61? Tommy, give us either a line at this one, an over under. What are you feeling here, or an exact score?
I'm going to say Palo Verde by 3 points, and I'm going to put the over under at 56.
Ooh, I'll hammer that over, and I will disagree with you on Palo Verde. And Palo Verde, I look forward to the DMs as always. You guys have been fun and playful about that. We respect the art, guys. We're taking the over or the under before we head out of here.
Under.
Yeah, that's over.
All right, we're split on that then. Anything else on the Division 5 championship before we move on? All righty then. Oh, Tommy,
you
yes.
make a note that this one's at Grossmont, not Escondido. So if you're going to go watch it, go to Grossmont. Don't be blind if you go to Escondido.
Also, just
Should be
heads,
played at Escondido.
Yeah, I think they didn't want more than 4 in one weekend in the same site, so that's why Division 5 is at Grossmont. But I'm kind of with you there, Colton. I think they could have done it there.
So it's been a couple of years. I was thinking back, and I think it's been since 2017 that they have been doing a split site for that D5 game. If I remember correctly, they were doing them initially 3 on that Saturday. I would be curious to open this up to players, coaches, anybody out there, but I feel like your body clock can't play its best football at 11 a.m. I mean, I don't know if you can or can't, but I just no. You're saying no,
It's
you can't,
weird.
or you
But it had to be earlier. So the way it is now, it's 1 and 7. So if you do that math again, think how early that have started that game, or push everything back. I do think the 6 hours is a little excessive in between games. I think 3 hours, give an hour for ceremonies and another hour for clearing everything out, probably is fine. But the way they have it set up now, you would need to start the game at like 8 in the morning. So I don't know.
I want to say, if I'm remembering correctly, it was like either 10 or 11, 1:30 and 7:30 or something like that.
It's
I
weird.
thought it was
playing football that early.
11:37.
11:37. Yeah, they did that for a couple.
Which
of
I can
games, but
see. It's a little tight. I mean, look, I'd love to see all the games at one place, but they got to make the decision. I can't blame them there.
yeah, I will always stand up for CIF is not making malicious decisions here. Like the CIF's
Correct.
attempt to do this is to offer a 7 p.m. game.
Yeah.
You talk about every team should get that similar experience.
Yeah.
To me, the better experience is playing it under the lights at night, like a legitimate football game where you get the whole day to hype it up and not being like, oh yeah, we got to play in the same stadium as everybody. It was so damn early in the morning. And maybe this is different.
I'll say this. If it was at like this is not to knock on high school sites. If it was at like the now gone Qualcomm Stadium or Southwest, I would get it because it's a cooler venue. They're 2 high schools. There's not much different. It's not like you're losing out on that much of experience. So
Yeah, no, my statement was going to be maybe that as SDSU's Campus West Stadium becomes available for CIF use, hopefully in the next couple of years, I would fully advocate then get them in early, get them in often, do 2 days of just pack them all in and get all the games there. But absolutely right, Tommy. All of the high school venues, I fall on the side. Give them the nighttime game. Give them the whole pomp and circumstance of a whole day and something fun to play under the lights because, yeah, there's I don't think there's just quite as much of a special vibe for an 11 a.m. championship.